Alright, so shit, yeah, everybody else did it, so guess it's my turn. What's going on, guys? Today, getting back on the mic once again, and today, today we're gonna be making. Should I call it a rant? Yeah, let's call it a rant, because I'm gonna be really going in on this video. This is a side of me that I haven't shown in quite a while, and I might try to tone it back a little bit, but I haven't made a rant in a while, so yeah, let's get into this. Now, today I'm going to be talking about the anime community. So this isn't limited to the DBZ community, it's not limited to the Naruto community, it's not limited to the up-and-coming One Piece community, it's not limited to any of that. It's limited to just the anime community in general. And I just want to talk about how we are as a community. Like, we really don't even act like a community. You wouldn't think the anime community is a thing. You think it's just, oh, there's this, these amount of YouTubers, and they call themselves the anime community, and the people that watch them are quote-unquote in the anime community, but it's not really a community. We don't promote ourselves. We bring this quote-unquote community down. And I really came to realize that the anime community will never, ever be one. Just like, well, no, that's the thing though, like, with the superhero comic community, that's an actual community because everyone respects each comic. Now, you might have a favorite, you might think one sucks, you might think one is better, but everyone respects each comic and its respective audience and what it tries to do in its own right. The anime community doesn't do that. We sit up here and we have flame wars about stupid shit, like real stupid shit. We'll sit up here and be like, oh, Saitama can beat Goku, even though it's plainly obvious in many different situations, and I have plenty of evidence to back up the fact that Goku can beat Saitama, even though you only have hypotheticals, but I have pure facts, Or, oh, Naruto is a much better anime than Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z is trash, and anyone that likes Dragon Ball Z is garbage. I don't want to hang out with those guys. Or, oh, Dragon Ball Z is the greatest anime of all time, and if you disagree, well, then fuck you, because you're a fucking idiot. Like, we do shit like that, and then we have people in the community that sit up here and blatantly tell lies. Double four. Oh, shit. Jesus. Double 4 anime, Soul Animation, and you just have people that are severely misinformed. Like, sometimes things are hard to understand in anime sometimes because the answer really isn't clear, but you got people sitting up here spreading information like it's the truth and like it's absolute fact, and yet there's plenty of evidence to support otherwise, and it's just like, mostly it is the community's fault, because I agree, because the people in the comment section on the YouTubers channels and stuff really are sometimes, they really are misinformed. Like, I'm not gonna call them idiots in this video, even though some of them are idiots. They're just misinformed, they misinterpret things, or they try to take things out of context, and you really don't see that in other communities, like in like I said, the superhero community for the comics, for the Western comics and all that, like Superman, Batman, Flash, all of that, DC, Marvel, right? You really don't see that. Everybody has one consensus on what certain things are. Now, you may disagree on some things, like who is stronger based on feats and everything, but everybody has a general understanding of things. That's one thing that is missing in the anime community. Sometimes, like I said, because of people that clickbait and that sit up there and spread false information, and sometimes from people just not, for some reason, understanding that they don't properly do research in this community. And that's where a lot of the misinformation and just complete bullshit comes from. That's where a lot of the beef comes from, because they're just people that sit up here and act like they really know what they're talking about, but they don't do any research on anything. Like, guys, everyone that is in this community has a computer or a phone or a tablet or something that you can go on the internet, take an hour or so out of your day, and go back, watch some stuff, read some stuff, research. Like, please, that's what's missing in our community. That's why we have so many arguments. No one wants to research. No one wants to research, and it's especially bad in the DBZ community. No one wants to research. So let's go into individual communities right quick. The One Piece community, I really don't have anything to say because it's not really a big community right now. It's really on the uprising, and what I've seen from the One Piece community is what the entire anime community should be like, but it's not. Eventually, the One Piece community is gonna branch out into something else, because in the beginning, when I first started YouTube back in 2014, the DBZ community was just like the One Piece community. It didn't really exist. It was on the uprising, and people really all respected each other. Now, no one really respects each other, you know what I'm saying? So, the One Piece community might eventually branch off into that. I hope not, because the One Piece community is doing good right now. Everyone pretty much in the One Piece community knows one another. The smaller YouTubers know the bigger YouTubers. They're doing collabs. They're promoting Burning Blood. They're promoting the anime, the manga. They're getting along. They know what the fuck they're talking about. You know, it's just, we don't have that in a lot of communities. So I really don't have much to say for the One Piece community. So I'm just going to leave that alone. I'm going to save the DBZ community for last, because I'm going fucking ham on y'all niggas in the DBZ community, because this shit getting out of control. But yeah, let's move on to the Naruto community. The Naruto community is more offensive and more brutal than the DBZ community. The Naruto community is full of assholes. The DBZ community is full of idiots, but the Naruto community is just full of assholes. Like, you have people IP address getting hacked all the time, information about personal stuff getting leaked onto the internet all the time. You have people sitting up here exposing quote-unquote people all the time, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's died down a little bit, but it's still quite obviously there. Like, the Naruto community is just full of pricks. No one agrees on anything. Like, Naruto is not hard to power scale. Naruto is not hard to understand, but for some reason, people are really idiots and just really don't understand what the fuck they're talking about. And I know I said I wasn't gonna call them idiots, but just fuck it. Like, they really are. They have no idea what they're talking about. They don't do any research. And that's the same way within the DBZ community. So, I don't really know very many Naruto YouTubers, but it's mainly the YouTubers. The YouTubers have so much beef for some reason, and that beef transfers over to their subscribers, and their subscribers get beef with the YouTubers or with people that support the other YouTubers, and like the fourth great ninja war is going on right now still in the Naruto community. Not in the anime, not in the manga, but just in the community. And yeah, man, it's really bad. Like, I'm telling you, bruh, the fourth great ninja war is going on in that community. That community is war-torn. It's terrible. It's more divided than any other community. Like, there isn't even subgroups of squads in there. It's like too many people. It's like 15,000 fucking people, like, just taking sides and stuff and having beef, and everyone's talking about each other. People sneak dissing, people getting quote-unquote exposed. You know, it's just bad. People in that community are really childish, and I'm not saying everyone is like that, because I have a couple of homies that are still in that community or that have recently got out of that community, because they're taking it too far now. Like, it's really getting dangerous to be in the Naruto community, and that should never happen. It should never be dangerous to be in a community on YouTube. Like, that shouldn't happen. Oh boy, now we gotta get into the fucking DBZ community, bruh. Okay, the DBZ community is how I see it like this. There's Rhyme Styles group of YouTubers that he collabs with, and then it's everybody else. That's how the DBZ community is, because Rhyme Style's group of people are the biggest DBZ YouTubers, and that's how it is. So it's like, but the thing is, you have people trying to be, even within Rhyme Style's group, trying to be Rhyme Style or trying to copy one another. And it's like, they don't have their own individual identities. It's like, yeah, some of them do, but it's like, some of them really don't. And I'm just gonna call out names here. And this is just giving my thoughts on the YouTubers and what they do, the videos they make, all that, because this is my video, my channel. If you don't like it, then hey, go on about your business. So like, Toasty, right? Toasty tries too hard to be Rhyme Style, and Toasty just really doesn't be himself. I've recently talked to Toasty in a Skype call before, like plenty of times, and Toasty is a really funny dude, like, but the Toasty that's portrayed in his videos and the Toasty that he portrays outside of his videos are like two completely different people, and he's just like, he's really structuring himself around Rhyme Style now, instead of trying to be ZZ Toasty. I really don't know what's going on with that. You see all the DBZ YouTubers trying to make second channels. Rhyme Style made his second channel. Thundershot made his second channel. Quaman wants to make a second channel. DBN is making a second channel. Toasty made a second channel. And it's just like, why? Like, keep everything on that one channel. I get you guys are trying to keep it Dragon Ball on there, but your subs that are obviously gonna watch that stuff are gonna watch it anyways. It's not like it's taking away from the channel, because even if you make a second channel, guess what? The DBZ community, the DBZ content is gonna slow down, whether it's on that channel or on another one. In fact, it might slow down even more if it's on another one. Trust me, I've had 2 channels before. I know how it feels. And people are like, oh, you don't have that many subs, how could you tell? That's another thing that needs to die. The DBZ community wasn't like this in 2014, and it's usually not like this now, but some people have just gotten too egotistical and won't do videos or won't chat with people that are lower sub counts than them. And this really shows in the subscribers they have. They really get cocky themselves, and it's like, that has nothing to do with it. If you have good quality, if you have good ideas, it doesn't matter your sub count. You're still a YouTuber at the end of the day. Like, that has nothing to do with anything. And you know, this community is really bad with it now. It wasn't like that before. I don't know where that came from. But yeah, you have people, I don't know, you have people just trying to copy each other, and they're really running out of ideas when they really shouldn't. You see people like Laughing Stock Media doing videos like, can Broly go Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan? Why was Piccolo beaten by chopsticks? It's like, why are you doing that? At least people like Geekdom, he has Dragon Ball dissection, not Dragon Ball dissections, he has what's it called? He has all kinds of series on Dragon Ball that he does. Super Jaiyan has dub changes. Hell, Zeon is just making videos, you know what I'm saying? Like the video he made today on the breakdown of Piccolo's character. Stuff like that is possible. You have Quaman and Blackenfist still doing theories, although they have slowed down mostly because they're putting more time into production value, but they're still doing the theory vids. Rhyme Style is the one with the discussions. That's mostly Rhyme Style's thing. You guys should be trying to focus on something else. What happened to DBN's theory videos? He doesn't even make that many of them anymore, and if he does make them, they're just short videos, you know what I'm saying? Most of his videos now come from Dragon Ball gameplay, Dragon Ball Super reviews, and discussions, and it's like, what happened? I mean, I'm glad you have discussions, I'm glad you have, you know, all that stuff, but what happened to the theory videos, DBN? What happened to other stuff you used to do? Why didn't you start doing more stuff? It's like there's plenty of stuff to do in the DBZ community, just no one does it. You know what I'm saying? And let's get into the whole clickbait thing. Now, Quaman made a video and he was like, all DBZ YouTubers are clickbait, and I don't agree with that at all. I mean, I can kind of see where he's coming from, but no. Clickbait is something entirely different from wanting someone to watch your video. You're right, that's the point of YouTube. Clickbait is when you post something that has nothing to do with the video, or you post something that is potentially misleading. Now, they were talking about the Q&As, and they were like, oh, well, if you click on it in the first 5 seconds, you'll know that it's a Q&A, or, yeah, it is in the title. But guess what? Sometimes you can't see it. And I'm gonna have screenshots up of me on mobile. Most people on YouTube watch mobile. If they do watch the PC version, I mean, yeah, those people don't have any problems. But I can't tell you how many times I've clicked on a Quaman or a DBN video expecting it to be a discussion, and it's a Q&A. And they're like, oh, well, you should be able to tell by the time. Well, your Q&As are different times. Sometimes it may be 15 minutes, it may be 20, it may be 30, it may be an hour, it may be 40 minutes. Your discussions range from like 12 minutes to 20 minutes to 30 minutes. It's like, we don't know anymore about the timestamps. We don't know anymore. Like, we have to rely on the titles and the thumbnails. I'm gonna put up a picture of Rhymestyle's Q&As, and he might be done with Q&As, but Rhymestyle did Q&As perfectly. The first thing that's in his title is Rhymestyle Q&A. What do you see when you see the thumbnail? You see Q&A in the thumbnail. How hard is that? Why would you put Q&A at the end? If you're gonna have a featured question, that's cool. But don't put Q&A at the end, because some people that are on mobile or that are on a third-party site that sees your stuff, or, you know, they won't see that. You know what I'm saying? They won't see that, or see if they find it in the what to watch next section or the suggested video section. They're not gonna see the full title. There are plenty of ways in which you cannot see the entire title. So you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna click on it thinking it's a discussion because the thumbnail looks like a discussion thumbnail. It's just a regular thumbnail, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, why not put Q&A in the thumbnail? Why not put it first in the title? Like, if you're gonna have a featured question, that's cool, but let us know before we even click on it. Don't even give us the chance to be able to think that it's a Q&A. I watch the Q&As, but I know a lot of people don't. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, don't even have them even waste their time, even waste a few seconds out of their day clicking on it, or clicking on something they're not gonna watch because they think it's something completely different. That's exactly the same thing as clickbaiters. Like, I mean, it just is. And that's with everybody that does Q&As except Geekdom and Rhymestyle, pretty much. I haven't seen one of Super Jan's or Laughingstock's media Q&A in a little while, but from what I could tell, they were doing the same thing, and it's mostly Quaman and DBN. And no offense to you guys, because I do love your content. I'm just saying, though, like, at least do that, because with Geekdom and Rhymestyle, for sure, you cannot mistake their Q&A videos for anything else. With you guys' Q&A, you can. You can potentially think that it's something else. I don't know how many times I've clicked on a DBN video thinking it's a discussion and it's a Q&A. I don't know how many times. Thundershot also doesn't do that, because his is Thunder Q&A, and he puts it in the beginning of the title and the thumbnail. That's how it should be. And I'm done ranting about the Q&A stuff, but I'm just saying there's a lack of originality within the bigger DBZ channels, and then the smaller channels think, oh, that gets a lot of views, so they start doing that too. And you're like, oh, well, you should try to do something different. Well, what more is there to do? You guys have everything covered. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not that much that you could do at this point, but there is some other stuff. Like, the lack of originality is getting really bad in the DBZ community. It's getting really bad in the anime community in general. You know what I'm saying? Like, the lack of originality is just everybody's doing the same exact stuff. And then everybody's getting mad at everybody else for doing the same exact stuff, but it's like, why don't you try to come up with your own stuff then? Like, if you're getting mad at somebody for doing the same thing that you're doing, do something else. Like, I don't know, man. I just gave up on this community. It's never gonna be a full community. It's just gonna be a whole bunch of subgroups, and I'm just gonna stick to my squad. I mean, you guys stick to your squad, I'm gonna stick to mine. That's all I got to say. I didn't mean to make this a 19-20 minute video, but hey, things happen.
Anyways, though, this has been your boy Taylor Gaming. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.